So what's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna be cooking, y'all. I'm making a cube steak today.
I'm the bad guy.
Yes, I am.
I'm the
Here it is. It's thawing out. Okay, so now let's get started. Y'all already know my mom, so you about to hear kids. Whatever. Today we're going to be using a cast iron skillet. Fill this up with a little bit of grease, not too much. We're just going to brown the steaks a little bit and then, you know, cook it. And then I'm going to put it in the oven and finish cooking it. Okay? Going to be using pure vegetable oil. It should heat up quick because we're only using a little bit of oil. This is all of the seasonings we're going to be using. Today I'm going to mix these steaks up in this baggie. Okay, and now I'm just prepping the baggies. You just open it up like this so you can drop the meat in there easily. Okay. Gloves as per usual. Always got gloves. I'm going to still put on some gloves. My oil is starting to get hot. I can smell it. It should look like that. And now you ziplock the bag first. And now you can mix it all up. Just that much water. Okay, so I got the oven preheating on like 350. My grease is pretty hot. It's starting to smoke. My meat is all mixed up with the seasoning and the flour. I'm about to go prepare the pan. And then after I prepare the baking pan, I'm going to lay out a plate with some tissue. You're supposed to use paper towel, but as per usual, I don't have any. Look like that. If it don't, you did it wrong. If you're not from the hood, this is how it should look. Let's drop these. The point is not to cook it all the way through. You're just browning it. Okay? You brown it on each side. And then we're going to set it to the side until we get our pan, our baking pan ready. It should be like that. You need this doohickey to flip the meat. It don't look like that when you flipped it. You did it wrong. Alright, so we're going to let that brown on the other side. And then put it on a plate. And then we're going to drop the next two. If you cooked it all the way through, you did it wrong. Though you can do it like that. But I just choose to bake mine after I brown it. You know. But that's just me. You can be you. But that's just me. It should look like that. Okay, so when I drain the grease off of these steaks, I'm going to put it in here because I'm going to reuse it to make gravy. I'm going to put the seasonings on here. I'm going to just sprinkle them out right now so it's already together. And in my gravy, I'm going to put garlic powder, some of this sweet smoky rub, pepper, some Lorry's seasoning salt, and some onion powder. Take the seasoning dish, shake it up a little bit, try to mix them around. Uh-oh, I'm losing seasoning. Maybe I should do it with my finger. That works. It should be mixed up like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is chop up the onions, get ready to throw this shit in the oven. They should look like that. How your shit should look after. This is how your skillet should look after you drain the grease out of it. Do not scrape any of that off because you're going to need it. You're going to start by adding a little bit more of this in there because we didn't want the meat to take too much of it out. This is where you put it on low heat. And you got to make sure you stick with this gravy because you got it. You can't take your hands off of it. You got to keep stirring as you go. Need some water as well, so keep your water handy. And I ain't going to be able to show y'all too much because this is some crucial shit here. Okay? You get your flour. You pour a little bit by a little bit. Add me a little bit more grease. It should be looking like that. You want to kind of cook it like this. Lighter.
Here you go.
But just keep adding water. You don't want it to be too thick and you don't want it to be too loose. And what you do is you keep stirring and you keep adding water. And then you can add the seasoning in, and I'll show y'all what that look like. I'm gonna add in the seasoning at this point. Now, you want to keep stirring. You want it to start to get thick, and that's how you know that it's starting to be gravy. Like, you see how that is? It's kind of thick, but it's still kind of runny. But you want it to be kind of runny because when you baking it down in the oven with your food, it's going to get thicker. All right, so now my gravy is pretty much done. I'm going to line the pan with gravy just like this and then put the meat on top. So then we got it just like this. All right, so now it should be like that. Now you should just about have this. And I'm going to add a little bit of water around the edges. Cover it with foil like this. I tucked this side and the bottom under, and I left the sides open. I put the food in the oven at, I think it's like 375. I've been preheating it too. I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to just let that like cook for about like 45 minutes to an hour. And it should look like this when it's done. Alright, so we all finished eating. Food was a bomb. Now I'm making chocolate chip cookies for everybody. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Share it if you want to. Make sure you like it, subscribe. See y'all in my next one. Watch the video, it pops up.